Today we'll be talking about procrastination. It's a subject which I've been thinking about quite a lot recently, and it's probably the number one cause of the lack of uploads. So it's been quite a long time that I wanted to talk about procrastination and its effects, whether direct or indirect effects on my life and on most people's lives. So procrastination is a subject which rarely comes up, I find, and ironically enough, almost everybody deals with. So whether you're a student and you have, let's say, an essay due in 2 weeks, you decide, well, I have 2 weeks, no worries, it's only 500 words, something like that. So you wait till the last day, and then you write all of it, you edit it, and then you send over to the teacher, and whatever, let's say you got a good grade on that one. So you tell yourself, it's fine, I'm just going to keep on doing things last minute until you get to the point where you get more and more words, more and more work, and then you start stressing your body out too much. That's what happens when you procrastinate. So let's say I had an essay due in 2 weeks and I decided to procrastinate, then I would leave it all to the end and then end up having way too much stress in those last couple of days. And who knows, maybe in the last couple of days something came up and I'm not able to write it. That would mean that I wouldn't even be able to write it at all. So if you stop procrastinating, you can actually get things done way faster. Let's say for the essay example, you would get it done the next day. And then after that, you would have 2 weeks to revise and to make sure that it's really good. And who knows, maybe you would even get A+, because you'd be able to ask your peers and potentially even ask the teacher to take a look, because that is a possibility. So it's always a good idea to get things done. But of course, there are certain things which we don't really want to do and we kind of feel like we don't really need to do at the same time. Let's say cleaning a room, or really organizing something, or you have something which you've wanted to do for a while but you decided not to do it. Sometimes it's little things like, once again, cleaning your room or organizing your closet, getting new clothes, going through the old one, or even bigger ones such as wanting to start a project, wanting to start a business, wanting to do something new, wanting to learn a new skill. A lot of people procrastinate and tell themselves, well, I have my job, I have my wife, I have my kids, or when you're young, I have school, I have a part-time job, I have friends. Come on, I mean, I want to do something else than just this, but I don't really feel like it. So once again, procrastination, it's a big thing that a lot of people deal with. How do you know whether you're procrastinating or not? Well, ask yourself, what am I doing right now? What is this for? And when do I plan on getting to the real things, the things that which I should be doing? So whether it's writing an essay, cleaning your room, getting to work, if you're somebody which works from home, starting to write that book. So I would say a great thing to do whenever it comes to figuring out whether you're not you're procrastinating and to get out of procrastination and start working is meditation. So just taking a bit of time to meditate. It can be 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, as long as you want, as long as you need. And meditation, it's not a thing where you just close your eyes and you just breathe and then you try to not think of anything. There's so many different kinds of meditation. Obviously that's one of them, and that's a very famous one, but there's plenty of other ones. There's some which include breath work, so you can do rapid breathing, deep breathing, you can do interval breathing. There's even some which you can do cold therapy, some where you don't even have to sit down, close your eyes, or breathe. Really, you can just kind of focus on one single thing. So your heartbeat, your breath, what's in front of you, just simple things. You can be walking around and be meditating, because a lot of people, they're going to be out and about doing their thing, and they're going to have all these thoughts coming up, or even worse, before you're going to bed, you have all these thoughts coming up and you're not even able to fall asleep. That's when meditation comes in. So you're going to be procrastinating, you're not too sure what to do about it, meditation, that's a good one. That's not the only thing though, because there's obviously plenty of other ways to stop procrastination and to identify it. I would say another great one is to figure out why you're procrastinating, figuring out exactly what you're afraid of. So that could be journaling. You could write in your journal or just ask yourself out loud, really just figure out, why am I not doing this? Am I afraid of what's going to happen? Am I afraid of success? Am I afraid of what's going to happen after? Am I afraid that if I start this diet, I'm going to lose weight and then people are going to look at me differently? And I don't know, some people, they want to do something, but there's a part of them which is afraid of what's going to happen after. Some people are afraid to change because they don't know how their friends are going to react, how their peers are going to react. Just they don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what life is going to be like. It's kind of like the difference between staying at a 9-to-5 job versus starting your own business and doing your own thing. Then you're going to have a lot more free time. You're going to be your own boss. So you're going to have to actually take responsibility and do things your way, and you won't have anybody telling you have to go to work now, you have to do this and that. So it's a big thing, procrastination, and I would say that almost everybody deals with it. I don't think anybody has ever avoided procrastination completely. So I wanted to mention that is the reason why uploads have been coming in slow, much lower than originally imagined. For me, the main reason that I procrastinate is because of lack of energy, lack of motivation. Sometimes it's also not really too sure what I'm going to talk about, but really I would say the trick is to just turn on the camera and go for it. Another good trick is if you're an advanced filmmaker and you don't really want to set up all the gear, you can just set up a phone or really anything, really, as long as you're actually doing something. That's what matters. So even if you're making something which isn't very good quality, making something which is complete garbage, in the end, at least you're doing something and you're training your brain to stop procrastinating, to just do it. So let's say it's playing the piano and you don't have a piano instructor and you really just want to be good, and you see all these people doing really well. You know, sometimes there's the people on YouTube which bring out a piano in the streets and play for people, and you want to be that kind of person, but you try to play something and then it just sounds totally awful. It doesn't even sound like you're playing anything. It sounds like you're making fun of someone almost. If you're doing something and you're not doing as well as you think you could be doing that task, I would say a little quick meditation, whether it's 30 seconds to 5 minutes, whether it's just breathing, you know, listening to your heartbeat, or lying down. You can even take a nap if you're really tired. I would say that's the best way to get focused, to actually get something done. If you can't read a book because you're always zoning out, you're not able to focus, meditation before always helps. I hope you did enjoy this. It was a little bit all over the place. I might use a script at some point. I might start writing scripts, but I don't really mind the whole let's just go about it. It feels more like a conversation, more like I'm just talking to someone which went up to me and said, Sab, hey, I have this issue, what can I do about it? Or I know this person which is dealing with this, what can I tell them? That kind of situation. So bottom line is, if you're watching this because you're procrastinating, well, stop procrastinating. Just take my tips, get off of YouTube, and actually do something. Because trust me, that's what I just did, and I made a video. You can do it too, whatever it is. All right, see ya.